So before anything, I just want to say something. I want to say thank you to the Broncos. Thank you to George. Thank you to Joe Ellis. Thank you just to the whole organization for believing in me. From where I came from. This is huge for us, for my family, and I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate it, and the work doesn't stop. So, this is a big moment, and all my kids and. Yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Shelby. Guys, we'll lead off with Arnie with the first question.
Hey, Shelby, congratulations and welcome back. Last year, you kind of bet on yourself with the one-year deal and came back. And then this year, the salary cap goes down after a strange season, and yet you go out there and you get the kind of deal you were looking for. I imagine you consider yourself blessed to do that. What was your mindset going in to this offseason?
I would really say it was just not be denied. I felt like I had a good year last year, but obviously it wasn't good enough, so I had to go out and put in the work in. And, if you ever have a question, just go put some more work in. And then my thing is just, obviously I wasn't happy with how free agency went last year, but, I went and I just kept working. And, it's just crazy because, it's just, for this all come tenfold, and here's the biggest part about it is I'm just happy to be here. This is home. This is, they gave me my first chance, and so I'm happy to continue to stay here.
Hey, Shelby, just kind of going off that, I just want to ask, how much of your decision to re-sign and stay in Denver was just your family as they sit right over there, and I know you've raised your kids here too.
That's a big part. Because honestly, if I had to go to a different team, they would have stayed here, and there would have been a bunch of traveling and stuff. And Denver's home. And here's the best part about it is we made it perfectly clear to the Broncos we wanted to be here, and they made it perfectly clear that they wanted me here. And that's all you want as a player is to feel wanted and to feel appreciated.
Hey, Shelby, congratulations. Can you take us back to the middle of the season when you had the stretch of games that you missed with COVID and kind of what you were thinking then, knowing that you'd put some good tape on film early in the year but needed to finish strong? Just what were your emotions at that point?
It was honestly, when I got COVID, I wasn't even thinking about football. It was just more making sure like my family was good, making sure that we were all, okay. But, just thinking about just everything, I know I put good, I know I put real good film out there, and I know. Here's my thing: is I'm very confident in myself. I know I was out there doing, and my thing is I was going to let my tape speak for itself.
Follow up on that, to be able to finish the year the way you did and come back strong, what do you think that did to help you sign this deal?
What'd you say, sorry?
To finish the season the way you did, what impact do you think that had on helping you sign this deal?
It's just, the kind of pick up where I left off and to keep even taking steps like that is just. It just showed it wasn't a fluke. So even with some time off, it just came right back at it. So, I just wanted to make sure I came out there. And, I think also like a big step I took this year, I think that made it more valuable was just I became a better leader. It's crazy. I'm one of the oldest guys in the room. and I'm one of the oldest guys in the locker room. And, I kind of realized that, like, my words hold weight. And so, I feel like for me, that's really what I'm most proud of is going out there and trying to lead by example.
A couple of things, Shelby. First of all, congratulations, and you've become arguably the best in the league at batting down passes at the line of scrimmage, and that's something that Bill Kolar's kind of always regarded as equal to sacks. So kind of in that vein, how has he and the other coaches helped you since you got here to become the player that you've become and have this moment today?
Well, I would say Bill has had the most impact on my career, out of anyone. I'm lucky, Bill's a great coach. And honestly, we didn't get along at first. But that's my guy. He pushes us every day, and I respect the hell out of him for it. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
And secondly, How are the short ribs you made on Wednesday night? How'd those come out?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they were fired. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. I know how to cook. I've been thrown down.
Shelby, congratulations to you and your family. As you come back now on this team, obviously the thing that you and some of the veterans who have been here for a few years want more than anything is to win. Where do you see this team at right now going into 2021 that makes you believe you guys are on the cusp of turning this around?
Here's my thing is it's been, it's always gonna sound like the same stuff. Every year, we got all these pieces. My thing is this, from the way, the young guys were playing at the end of the year, and this, the pieces that we have on defense, and Darby, and just, we have too much talent to keep falling short. And, I really think, at times, I feel like we get it together, and other times we fall apart. And I really think, the one way you keep fixing that is continuity and having, the same pieces around, because then you realize when you're falling into those problems again, and you pull yourself out of it. And so I think, just bringing those same, having all the guys back, and then, just adding pieces like that, we're going to take that next step. We also, shout out to my dog Justin. Hey, that's big time.
Hey Shelby, just on that note, re-signed you, re-up with Justin. What kind of message do you think George is sending to the locker room that if you play well here, they'll keep you?
Actually funny, I was just talking about it with Court in the locker room. And I was like, this is a big thing for him, a big thing for Chubb. All the young guys. It shows, you go out there, you ball, and the Broncos will take care of you. And that's the culture change, that we're talking about. This is family. You know what I mean? Like, it goes out there like, there was no problem. Justin, highest paid safety, that's what he deserves. You know what I mean? Like, you go out there to play, they're going to give you what he deserves. And that's just the right message you want to send to your players.
And second one could be starting opposite of Draymond Jones, who had a good second half of the year. What did you see from him that you guys can be a pretty good force on third down and also against the run?
I think it's funny because me and Dre are like the opposite of players. Like we play two completely different ways. I think it works out perfectly. Dre's a dog. He has great quickness, great hands, and he has that want to be great. He wants to be great, and so my thing about Dre is I'm very confident in Dre. Like, and he's just gonna go out there and keep showing y'all what we already know.
It's good to talk to you again. We know that football's a relationship business, and I know that you're a great fit for this Broncos defense. So tell me about your relationship with Vic Fangio, and then also your new relationship with George Payton and how it was to deal with him.
Well, George became my best friend this week, as everyone knows. as everyone knows, so George's my guy. But here's my thing. I think my thing with Vic is me and Vic's relationship changed. It has evolved. It's just the more you get to know, we've gotten to know each other a lot more, and Vic, when you sit down and just talk to Vic, Vic's cool ass guy, and I always say, if he's not saying anything to you, it's not a good thing. you know what I mean? But Vic's really, I feel like he really grew as a head coach last year. Like, obviously rookie head coach first year, but like he took great steps as a head coach, as a leader of men. And also I took that term from Vance Joseph, actually, leader of men. No, but literally, Vic, he's the perfect guy for the job. He, so smart defensively. So, literally you see around the league, and there's a Vic Fangio coaching tree coming out there. You know what I mean? So we're so lucky to have a guy like Vic out there who understands his league, is so respected around the league and so respected in the locker room.
Well, I'm going to throw two at you. The last one's short, though. But when we talked earlier in the week, you mentioned that you think Drew's going to get there. And all the buzz, you're on social media. You see folks wanting other quarterbacks to compete and everything. For the Broncos fans that maybe don't believe in Drew as much as you and some of your teammates do, why can he be the quarterback to get you guys to that next level?
Man, it's just Drew has all the tools. Great arm, can put the ball in some crazy places, mobile, smart, knows like that. And my thing is he needs the reps. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is people, you expect instant results, and that's the problem with the world today. You expect instant results. Things take time. You know what I mean? it's just like if the Packers would have gave up on Brett Favre right away, if the Broncos would have gave up on John Elway right away, there would be none of them. And my thing is with Drew, he struggles at times, but then you see the flashes that make everyone excited. And that's my thing. He's my quarterback, and I'm a ride for my guy. And my thing is this: he can be great. And that's the thing. It's like we believe in him. And my thing is, I really believe he's going to take that next big step this year.
And so you've been knocking down passes for years now, and last offseason you get that big deal. Do you think catching Tyreek Hill and showing that maybe you're the fastest defensive player in the league now, like you said, to go with your best hands is why you got this deal done?
Well, when I ran in my pro day, obviously the clocks were wrong. You feel me? Because that 4.3 came out real quick. But, honestly, I think this year really was more just trying to become more of a complete player. You know what I mean? And so I think I accomplished that.